niggas go wild. If you starting shit, then I hope it at your lip. And if you wanna talk, then we can talk and walk. A boss stand for bad, outstanding, special style. Me and my niggas go wild. If you starting shit, then I hope it at your lip. And if you wanna talk, bitch, then we can talk and walk. Real I'm on a mission while the great.
What is up, YouTube? This your boy Magi, and we're back again with new videos, guys. Today it feels really good out, guys. I haven't really rode at all for real in the last couple of months, mainly because it's been ice cold out in St. Louis. Leaving my brother's house, man, I had to help him put together his four-wheeler. He had a four-wheeler that I was literally working on for months, and I stopped working on it because we needed a couple parts that neither of us were in a rush to get. So we finally got those parts, got his four-wheeler running, and yeah, I'm on my way back home. I haven't made any videos, guys, in like forever, probably like 6 months or so, mainly because I had no PC. I had no PC, guys, and no GoPro either, actually, because my last GoPro actually broke on me. It wasn't broke permanently where I couldn't use it, but it was pretty broke, so that's why I haven't been dropping any videos. I recently just got a new PC, recently just got a new GoPro. I had to go to my brother's house this morning, so I decided, like, hey, I'm gonna bring the camera, and hopefully we can make a nice video for you guys. I have not rode this bike in a long time, man, but it definitely rolls. Pulls like a champ. This section is brand new. Didn't exist at first. This is the bike that I honestly have, pretty much considered and made this the channel's bike. This is the one I want to concentrate and focus on the most, Now this bike is a year old. I got this bike last year around this same time, the beginning of the month. So we're right now coming up to the middle of the month. This bike has been a year old for me. When I first got the bike, of course, because of owning them before, and because the groups that I'm in and all the advice that I do get from the groups, from everybody, certain things was changed off this bike straight off the bat. Tires, rear shocks, headlight, oh, and exhaust. I am rocking a different exhaust, guys. Don't know if you guys can see it. Hope you guys can hear it, because it sounds really good. In case you guys can't hear it, I'm gonna pull up a wheelie, and that's where you can hear him the best. Riding these wheelies now, man, it's so easy to me. Pretty much can ride them infinity. But to save, engine damage, I usually put them down whenever I get an opportunity to. Whoa, baby, I'm gonna come on down. It was the perfect time to put her down, man. Oh God, this is weird. This is weird right here. But yeah, I hope you guys could hear that exhaust during that wheelie, man. This exhaust is really nice. It's a Amazon exhaust for a Grom, which I fabbed up to work on my CT, and this is the result I get out of it. Definitely sounds good and performs pretty decent. I wouldn't say that it performs, premium or anything, but it definitely does perform better than the stock. And I just hate the quiet stock exhaust, man. Can't wait till I get off the side of this highway, man. This highway is like bringing a lot of wind and air that I really don't want. So I'm gonna just crank this up a bit so I can get up out of here. All right, so My bike right now is literally considered stock if you want to exclude the exhaust. The exhaust is not stock, but the carburetor is a PZ19, which is the stock carburetor for this bike. It is an aftermarket one that is serviceable and more tunable, but it is exactly identical to the stock carb. Even came with the identical jet. That's one thing I would change straight out the box, only because you can tune this one. Other than that, the other one, if you know how to make that one into your own tunable carb, which you can by drilling out the air fuel screw and also changing the main jet, and it's drilling out the bowl screws so that you can get to that jet. Long as you can do those things, I say your stock carburetor is pretty much all you need. It's exactly what you need. But if you don't want to go through that trouble, if you want to just buy a new carb, they're really cheap, man. These carbs, I think I paid like $12 for this one. You want to just buy another carb, which is to me more worth it because you can service this one as far as clean it and tune it. The stock one that comes with it, like I said, you'll have to do all the extra work to get it to where you can do those things. Get you a new carb, bam. Open up your exhaust, bam, and your bike will perform and run like mine. I have no problems as far as performance and tune. I would consider my bike completely stock. A person would probably say like, hey, you know, is your bike modded? No, my bike isn't modded, in my opinion, mainly because it's still running the same stock carburetor. Now, besides the carburetor, like I said, the exhaust is open, but it didn't give that much of a performance gain. It did a performance gain that was definitely, you know, crucially needed, but it's not going to have you like dusting your friend if his is just completely stock, man. It's just your bike's going to run a little better, you know, performance wise, and probably reliability too, mainly because these things are restricted any other way. After owning this bike, I wouldn't have done anything different that I've done to my bike already. Taking up this little bike trail. Just to get me off of that main road. Woo. All right, so I'm gonna stop really quick for you guys so you guys can see how the bike itself is set up. All right, so this is the Icebear Champion how it sit as of today. You guys can see I have the exhaust that I spoke of, stock carburetor, in case you guys didn't believe me. Stock carburetor, nothing different. I used to actually have like a pulse pump that was pumping my fuel from the tank. I actually removed that. I got criticized for it pretty bad on the internet, so I changed that to see if everybody was right, and me personally, I feel like there was no difference for me at all. It still was doing the same thing that it's doing now for me, as far as, I mean, everything running the same. Stock carburetor, guys, no rack on the back. I actually noticed one day that my rack was broken on this side, so I removed that. No front fender, guys. That was not on purpose. I actually got into an accident on this bike, like a real accident. I literally smacked into a car going 45 miles an hour. Only damage that the bike sustained within that was the front fender. So I was pretty blessed that I didn't get hurt that day. And it taught me yet another thing about this bike. This bike is extremely reliable. So, with you guys seeing how the bike sits now, which you guys can definitely see, not much different change to the bike. Nothing's different really from stock, like I said, other than the tires, headlight, rear shocks, and I added my own exhaust to it. Whoa. just playing around, and my wheelies are good. Look at the birds. Look at the birds. Slow her down, boy, slow her down. This bike definitely got me feeling a lot more hopeful for Chinese bikes, man. I really don't have too many complaints about this Chinese bike. Most Chinese bikes are trash. I'm just gonna say that. Boom Vaders and all that, that's trash, man. Those bikes are all trash, man. And I'm not saying that to hate on anybody, rain on anybody's parade, or any of the nonsense that, you know, pretty much people are gonna say. They just break down all the time. I could never ride a Boom Vader at the extent that I ride a Ct70 clone. Any of them. I'm just gonna say that, any of them. So I'm gonna get past this bike trail stuff, man. Because as you guys can see, there's a lot of bicycles on it. And they don't too much like motorists on this trail. Woo! I just be tripping sometimes, guys, especially when I'm really feeling these wheelies. This guy wasn't in front of me, guys, we would have kept that wheelie going. But oh my God, smells like you know what around here. You know what. Woo!